Hi there, my lovers, this is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So today I have a very nice homage to spring, which is 5 different dips, dipping sauces, whatever you want to call, pate, that you can use in many different ways. It is that kind of recipe that we all love, which is a fridge foraging recipe, all of them. And I want to show you my favorite ways of putting those beautiful spices, herbs and vegetables together, along with a lot of nutrition and protein. So let me show you how I made those 5 delicious dipping sauces. We're going to make a carrots, chickpea and zucchini pate. We're going to start with the olive oil on a skillet. When hot, we add onions, sliced lengthwise, and you'll see in a minute why. And then garlic, stir for 40 seconds. Now finely sliced zucchini, salt and pepper, a tiny bit of water if needed. Now for the herbs, you can choose, but I love with this recipe some rosemary, fresh rosemary, and then shredded carrots. Now some cooked chickpeas, mash them a little bit. Now, you can choose whatever kind of herbs you like, but I think that rosemary, it is very nice with spring and summer. It's all over. Here in Europe, you drive and you see all over, and I think it's brilliant. I have seen also wild rosemary in San Francisco. It's beautiful along the road. I love it. So it brings me back those memories, and I like this feeling, so that's why I chose to put to add a fresh rosemary, but you can use dried one, and then you add a little bit less, okay, because the flavors and the oils are super concentrated when the herbs are dried. All right, and now we're going to allow it to cook until the vegetables are cooked, but you see that they snap a little bit. They offer a little bit of resistance because this beautiful crunch along with some softness from the zucchini is important. And I said that you will see why in a minute, that it's supposed to be cut lengthwise like that, and instead of a chopped. It's because it looks prettier when you put it on a toast. That's why. And since we eat first with our rice, I think it's a great idea. Then you just finish with a tiny bit of olive oil if you want, and some fresh parsley. Et voila. Now, I can't say that this is also my favorite because I have separated my 5 favorites. So, and you know, on my channel, I only make food that I love myself. Otherwise, I'm out of it. I'm not bringing things that I don't like or disagree. No way. So, this is a beautiful pinkish white bean and beetroot pate. Now, on a blender, we're going to add some cooked and drained white beans of any kind, some cooked beetroot, onion powder and garlic powder. Now, you can add a tiny bit of garlic instead of garlic powder. I have told you before that here in Gran Canaria, where I live, I don't know why, but the garlic here is extremely pungent. It is like a kick. So whenever I add garlic to my recipes, instead of garlic powder, all I can taste is the garlic. Is extremely present. That's why sometimes on my recipes you see it a lot, garlic powder. But if you prefer, you can add a tiny bit of garlic, okay? Like a half of a clove of a garlic. Salt, black pepper, nutritional yeast for that cheesy flavor. But if you don't have it, don't add it, don't worry about it. Some lemon juice and some olive oil, and blend it. Now, if you, it looks like a strawberry ice cream, doesn't it? It tastes amazing. Well, instead of the white beans, you can add chickpeas, or you can add tofu, or you can add whatever kind of white color protein you prefer. I can only think of those 3, but I'm sure because you guys are uber smart, you're gonna let me know in the comments what would you add, because you know that I love it. So, but you can choose. Again, I have tried with the tofu and I have tried with the chickpeas, but I like the butteriness and the smoothness of the white beans. So, but it's up to you. Now we're going to make, I think it's the simplest one, tofu and sun-dried tomatoes, pate. We're going to start by shredding some medium tofu, medium firm, some fresh basil, thinly sliced, some dried tomatoes minced, some olive oil, a few drops of lemon, salt and black pepper, and then you just mix it up. Now again, if you don't have a fresh basil, you can add a dried one, but again, a little bit less because it's super concentrated. And this is so simple and so delicious. This is a nice way of adding some extra protein for your breakfast, for example. This one I make when I'm in a hurry and I need some extra protein, and I absolutely love it. Now this one, amongst the 5 dipping sauces, or pates, whatever you want to call it, this one is my favorite, which is a black olives or Kalamata olives and tofu. I have been having that since my dietitian, she showed me this recipe. It is so good. If I could choose from the only one from the 5, this would be it. So you start with either garlic or garlic powder, and then you add pitted black olives or Kalamata olives. Tofu, whatever tofu you want, just press it first. Salt, black pepper. Lemon juice and garlic powder. Lemon juice and olive oil, and blend it. Blend it until smooth. Now, I forgot to mention, whenever you're using tofu, if you're able, I think it's nice if you press it, because this way we get rid of unnecessary water. And something else that I did with this specific recipe is, instead of that much oil that it requires, I cut it by half, and then instead of the oil, I added the olives brine, the olive juice, you know. It gave an extra olive taste, and of course, as you can see, a little bit of acidity, and it cut down the oil by half. So I suggest you guys to do that. If you want to skip the oil, add some ripe avocado. It's the same. Last but not least, I had a little bit of white beans because I have used for a recipe. I have had a little bit of tofu, and I had a little bit of chickpeas. Now, what did I do? I put it all together in the recipe, and then I made a herb pate. Also amazing. So let me show you how I put it together. So first, we're going to start by shredding some tofu. We add cooked and drained chickpeas, cooked and drained white beans, garlic, salt and black pepper, and fresh herbs, as in here I have a fresh rosemary, sage, thyme, and basil. Now you can choose. You can add either olive oil or a ripe avocado. On this one, I didn't have the ripe avocado, but I have made it before using avocado instead of oil, and then before serving I drizzle a little bit of olive oil, which was amazing because I think that olive oil goes amazingly well with fresh herbs, so that's why I did it. Also, if you want to add a little bit of a nutritional yeast, be my guest, is also amazing. So how about this? Don't you love it? so good. So good. Amazing how long a single piece of carrot lasts in your mouth. Lasts forever. You chew and it's always there. I have had my in-laws over for the weekend and I was gonna film them having it, but I totally forgot. Don't blame me. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what would you use it with, like for a sandwich, or you know, especially the first one, the chickpeas, the zucchini and the carrot one. It is amazing. You know what? With the pasta. So I hope you make it, and if you make it, tag me, Facebook and Instagram. I love when you guys do that. Head over to my website for the written recipe. This is a very forgiving recipe because you can add pretty much as you want of anything. You can play and mix and match and do it whatever you like. Get creative and make it. So this is my way, like a little bit of a delayed way of celebrating spring with you guys, but here it is. So special. I love it, dear to me. And this is it. Subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.